Good morning. Welcome to the Green Valley Parkinson's Support Group exercise class. We are not in our regular location, but it's going to be the same type of class. So if you're joining us online on YouTube, I'd like to welcome you. You'll need a straight back chair without arms, a pair of light hand weights, a tennis ball, a larger ball about that big, and it's good to have some water. We're going to start in a seated position. We'll be standing later and we'll come back into the chair for cool down. So I invite you to have a seat in your chair toward the front with your feet flat on the floor and your hands resting on your thighs. Make sure you have plenty of room behind you and you're not using the back of the chair for support. So take a deep breath through the nose and out slowly through the mouth. Inhale again. Exhale. Drop the chin to the chest. Raise the head toward the ceiling, relaxing the jaw and the mouth opens. A neutral position, tilting the head to the side and to the other shoulder, center and down. Relaxing the shoulders, circle the head slowly. One big circle, reverse that. Dropping the chin to the chest, sitting tall, looking up, mouth opens. And center. We're going to turn to look over one shoulder, focus on something about eye level or above, and then turning just the head to the other side. Side to side, getting that rotation in the neck. And center, and up and down. Resting in a neutral position. Drop the chin to the chest and circle the head. The other way. And we return to that upright position. Let's work some shoulders, big circles. Keep in mind this is just warm up. Let's go the other way. Good. And we're going to do some shoulder shrugs, lifting them high as you can. Up and down, up and down. One more. Good. Make sure you have plenty of room at home to extend the arms out. Relaxing those shoulders, move the fingers. I'm going to try warming up everything. Fingers included, so extend the fingers out, tapping each one to the thumb. Good. And again, those fingers extend. Pretend to scratch something, working the joints in the fingers and thumb. Good. And now make a fist, squeeze, and then stretch it out again, and squeeze, and stretch it out. A circle. Rotating just the hand, working the wrist. Good, reverse that. And we end where we started, palms down. Circles for the shoulders. Don't hit anything or anyone. Change the direction. Good. And we're going to stop with those arms overhead, reaching and looking up. We count 2 and 3, stretching out of the rib cage. 4 and looking up. 1 more. Now the arms return to that side with the fingers spread apart with a flexed hand. Bring it in and out, pushing away from the body. 3, 4, and 5. Then they come down, resting one on the chair for an overhead stretch. Looking forward, good. And then to the other side. Arms crossed, the hands maybe on your shoulders. Twist the torso. We're going to twist as far as we can and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go the other way. Twist and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Uncross the arms, and we're going to let them just rest at the side of the chair, lifting the knees up and up. Good. Lift them high and sit tall. The core engaged. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more on each side. Great job. And now it's a flex foot for some heel taps. Again, working on good posture and breathing. Good. One more on each side. And we stop in that position, rocking onto the ball of the foot and the heel, back and forth, working ankles. Back and forth. Till you feel it a bit. And then one up, one down, one up, one down, up and up and up and up. One more on each side, and we come to rest right there. So you should still have some room behind you. You could lean back quite a bit and not touch the back of the chair. You're in the right spot. So I invite you to grab the hand weights. We're going to start with an upper body exercise. As I turn that down a little bit, we're going to start with a bicep curl. So make sure that it challenges your muscles and your positioning, but doesn't compromise anything. So fingers are wrapped, those elbows tucked. Again, lift it, and it's up and down. 2, good. 3, nice and tall in the chair. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, if you're at home, use your outdoor voice. 9 and 10. And they come to rest. Stretch it out. Breathe a little deeper, maybe. Yeah. And then come up, focusing not on the floor, but in front of you as you raise it again to the shoulder and down. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. We're going to eliminate 1, and with the one we've kept, to hold it in one hand, working the tricep. So the arm is overhead, the shoulders somewhat even, and we're going to drop this gently to the back of the head, the elbow pointing upward. If you need to support it, there you go. Use the other hand. Raise it and lower it. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, counting is just as important. 9, 10. Let's keep it in that hand. We're going to modify that just a little bit, but shake it out, stretch it out. Yeah, have some water if you need to. Again, we bring it to the shoulder, extend it overhead, and hover over your head. Looking forward, it's up, down. 2, yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we've got the other side to do. Shake it out. Breathe. Yeah, working within your range of flexibility, always. So bring it here, extend it, shoulders somewhat even, drop it gently to the back. Remember, support it if it needs it. Up, down. 2, 3, 4, outdoor voice. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. First set of 10 reps done. So stretch it out. Make sure you stay hydrated, have some water close by, and we're going to extend it overhead, hovering over your head. Extend up, down. 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Super job. Take a deep breath. And exhale. Good. We're going to put that on the floor. We'll pick both of them up in just a moment, but we're going to bring our feet into a closed position. So maybe a little adjustment in the chair, maybe. And just try to stay away from the back. Sitting tall, the arms crossed, the chin off your chest. Extend the legs forward and lift the feet off the floor as you flex and point. Work those. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, pump it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep them up. The heels touch and the toes are out and in. 3, 4. Now let's reverse that. Toes together, heels out. 3, 4, 5, and there. Great job. Sitting tall, take that deep breath. And exhale. They're out again. The feet lift off the floor, but this time we're going to do leg scissors. So it's out and cross at your speed. No one tells you the tempo, whatever feels right. Good. Now flutters, like you're kicking water in the pool. Yeah. All right, and come down. Separating the feet, uncrossing the arms, and bringing it right back into that position. So we're going to lace the fingers. We're going to shift a little bit to one sit bone, not leaning, but shifting this midline over a bit as you lift the knee. These hands placed just below the knee. Tall in the chair, lift it up and circle, working the ankle. Yeah, let's go the other way. Good. Place it down, shift to the other side, lift it up and circle. 2 and 3, change direction. 2 and 3. Great job. Still have that room behind you? About like that? Good. We need both weights. We're going to do an overhead press, working shoulders and core and balance always. So the fingers are wrapped, the weights are brought to the shoulder, and then they rotate out. So if you looked at your hands, the fingers are on top, the thumb closest to your head. So you don't want to hold it this way, hold it this way. Straight up. 1, bring it back and down. 2, stretching the chest, pinching the shoulder blades together. 3, good. 4, count with me. 5, we don't want to do any more than we have to. 7, pull it back. 8, 9, 10. All right, we've got another set, but stretch it out. Yeah, all right. Again, they're here. They rotate slightly and beyond the shoulder. Let's touch at the top, make some noise, okay? So it's up and down. 2, pull them back and down. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is it. 10 and down. Great job. We're going to pick these up later, but we'll be using them for lower body exercises. So we're done with all of that. So let's put them on the floor out of the way, making sure that you're forward in the seat. A lot of that leg off of the seat, extending one leg forward, sliding the foot on the floor, trying to maintain a straight leg and also maintain that foot on the floor. So the hands are cradling the knee. You want to lift out of the rib cage and over with a flat back as those arms travel down toward the floor, towards your shoe. Maybe you're going to adjust your sock. and come up, tall in the chair. Again, out of the rib cage, reaching from the hip all the way down. Drop into the stretch and breathe. And up. Good. That leg comes in, the other one extends, trying to keep the foot on the floor, and out of the rib cage and over, flat back, drop the head and take a deep breath. And up. And again, reach, drop into it, and up. Great job. And here. So we're back into a nice position, just about where we started, and we're going to drop the arms to the side of the chair. If you feel that your balance isn't quite what you'd like it to be today, use the chair to hold on to. Otherwise, they're just here. We're going to look forward, lifting one knee high, and it's a flexed foot. As you extend that leg, point it and flex it. 2, good. 3, 4, 5. Working the hip, the knee, and the ankle. 8, 9, 10. It's placed right back in the starting position. Shift the weight, flex and point. Flex and point. Straight leg, pointed foot. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Again, breathe and have some water throughout these 45 minutes. And exhale. All right, we're going to do a little seated lunge. Yeah, so you're in the chair, still forward in the seat. One leg comes forward a bit. Still a little bend in the knee. And the upper body is here. Not looking out anymore, but looking down and forward of the foot, so it's a nice straight back. And then we come back to this position and we open it again. Just jump in with me. We've got one more. Flat back, good. And here. Sliding that to the side, it opens the hips. The arms are the same. Oh, and a look over there as well. And bring it back. Good. And open. And slide it back. One more. Open so the body remains upright. Good. Forward. It's a flexed foot this time. Toes up. The arms reaching behind you and the palms are facing the ceiling. And come up. Stretch it out. Flat back. Good. One more. There. Let's do the other side. Lunge forward. A little bend in that knee. Placing some of that weight over the thigh. Good. One more. Open it up. And then it slides across, turning just the head in that direction. And bring it back. Again, slide it. Bring it back. One more. Slide across. And come back. Forward, the last 3. Straight leg, flex foot, flat back, and the arms are reaching behind you. You should feel a good stretch in the hamstrings, yeah? And perhaps the lower back. Beautiful. All right. And again, have some water. I think I will. So, stay hydrated. And we're still going to be a little on those stretches. So we're staying in this position, but not facing forward. We're going to swivel around a little bit in our chair, keeping our feet in line with our hips and our knees and our shoulders. So you're going to use the inside hand to hold on to that chair, and the outside arm reaching forward, the back outside leg reaching behind you from hip to toe, fingers spread apart. I'm probably a little off the camera right now, but we're going to stretch the fingers spread as if to grab a rope. So now your hand is a fist. Bring the leg in, bring the arm in, round your back, tuck your chin, and go into a little ball. Again, reach forward, looking where you're reaching. Good. Curl it up. And sit tall. We've got the other side to do, so we just swivel around in our chairs, placing our feet, kind of straddling that front chair leg, but tall, good posture. That inside hand holds on, the outside arm reaching, fingers spread apart, stretch everything, grab it, pull it in, and round the back, tucking the chin to the chest, reaching forward again, there. And curl up and sit tall. Great job. So we're facing forward again, plenty of room behind you. You should be able to lean back quite a bit and not touch the back of the chair. So sit all the way up. Our arms extend, shoulders relaxed, and the hands just dropped. And then we're gonna flex, and 3, and 4, one more, 5. Make a fist, drop it, and lift it. 2, 3, 4, 5, and open it up. Close them, open and close. Spread those fingers. Good. All right, and shake them out. We're gonna do a little stretch, so just one arm out, palms up. Good posture in the chair, reaching underneath that hand, trying to stretch it out. Grab the fingers, gently pull them to the floor, and then fingers up, kind of make a roof, sits on top, pull it back. And then the other one. Palms up, underneath, this is the other hand, pulling those fingers, stretching that hand, and up. Parkinson's is one of those things that likes to stiffen everything. So we want to delay all of that as much as we can. Good job. Again, let's shake it out. Good posture though. The arms out, shoulders relaxed. Rotating the arm and the shoulder and the hand. It's soft hands. Palms up and down. Good. Let's do one more. And then we're going to reverse one. One is up, the other down. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it. Both up. Tuck the elbows close to the ribs and extend the arms to the side like they were a shelf. You're going to stretch the chest, pinch the shoulder blades together. Maybe you don't even see those hands. They're so far back there. Yeah, great job. Shake it out. Sit tall again, the arms out, but we're going to bend at the elbow. We're going to close that book. Forearms and hands, fingers are spread apart though. And then open and stretch. And then close it up, and there. We're going to extend the arms now, folding one at the elbow, placing that hand on the chest. The focus over here at this hand. You're going to slide the hand down as if it was a big sleeve, large enough to fit both arms, and we're going to try to match up the hands as we pull it out again and unfold. Let's try the other side. So bend it, look over here. Slide it down. Good. And there. Great job. Shake it out. All right. So those are some things that you can do at home. We're going to do right now another position, but it's not stretching. It's a chair lift. We don't need those. We're going to use our own body weight. So placing the hands on what is left of the chair, your feet in a nice wide position for balance. It's all upper body that does this work. So your feet are here for balance only. You're going to brace your hands, shift your weight slightly, and see if you can lift yourself a little off of that seat, not by using your legs, but by using your upper body strength. 3, good. 4, 5, 6, keep going. 7, good. 8, 9, and last one, 10. And we haven't moved the feet, so keep them right there. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Now bring it into a closed position. Yeah. together, and the feet and the knees toward the front a little bit more. We're gonna have to lean back, so we want a little bit more space. Holding on to the chair. Lean back and lift the knees to the chest and down. It's up, it's down, it's up and down. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, good. 7, count with me. 8, 9, 10. Woo. Catch your breath, but separate those feet again, extending the arms right out from the shoulder for some toe touches. The arms stay here. The legs come up to meet them. So it's up and up. Good. 2, and lift. 3, and up. 4, and up. 5, good. Halfway. 6, and up. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Great job. Have some water, take a few deeper breaths, and we're sitting toward the front, extending the legs out, crossing one over the other. So you're sitting kind of high in those sit bones. So grow a few inches out of the rib cage. The arms, again, extend forward, maybe forming a little V with your hands. As you reach forward, drop down for toe touches. It's up and down. 2, for all those things that we ate yesterday on Thanksgiving, working the waistline. Good. Call it waist management. 5, and up. Good. Let's put the other one on top. Tall in the chair, the arms again forward, and drop into it and come up. 2, good. 3, up. 4, and one more. 5. All right. Separate the feet, but we're going to take it into a real wide position, opening up at the hip. And whatever you do, don't go overboard and overextend this. So the knees should be in line with the feet. You should be able to keep it here, all right? So we're gonna do a few toe touches. So the arms are out, palms facing forward with the fingers spread apart. This hand is gonna reach to the back side of that heel. So it's here and come up to the other side, good, and up. 2, good. Reach for it and come up. 3, yes. 4, last one. 5, and there. The arms drop. The feet come in, but we pivot on the heel, the ball of the foot, the heel, and close it all up. So sitting tall, think of getting rid of a few wrinkles in that shirt, all right? The arms crossed, the hands on your shoulders. Reaching forward, flat back, looking down at the floor, maybe 2 or 3 feet beyond your toes. Open the knees to the side, and all the weight is on the outside of the foot. Good, and then come up. Again, stretch it out, and up, and one more there. Great job. And sit tall. We're going to uncross those arms and bring ourselves back into this position. We're going to grab the weights because we need to work some lower body. So adding a little extra weight to the lower body helps strengthen our core and balance, and also work hips and lower extremities. So we're going to roll it out with an open hand. Yeah. Focusing forward. Lift a knee. Extend a leg. Bend and drop, shifting to the other side. It's up, out, in, down, up, out, in, down, up, out, and drop. 3, extend it, bend and down, up, out, sitting tall. 4, out, and drop, up, out, and down. 5, out, and down, up, out, more than halfway. 6, out, in, down, up, out, and down. 7, up, straighten it, bend it, drop it. 8, extend, bend, down, lift, it's out, in, down. 2 more on each side. Up, out, and down, lift, straighten it, bend and down and up, out, in, down. Great job. We're basically done with these. So if you like, put them on the floor, out of the way, perhaps underneath your chair, and we're going to use that tennis ball. So a tennis ball. Modify it if you don't have one, or just pretend for right now. Our balance begins at the bottom of our feet, centered in the core. So we're going to warm up our hands, and then we're going to warm up our feet. So right now, think of your posture as you sit in the chair and roll that between your hands. Wake up your hands. Yeah. And then stretch the fingers of one hand. Take that ball and kind of work it in between the fingers. How's your posture? Sitting tall in the chair, of course. Good. And stretch. So now make a fist, not tight, but a soft fist. The ball resting on that. This hand on their thigh. Extend the arm away from the body, turning just the head to track that ball as the arm goes to the side. Bring it center, raise it up slightly, balancing the ball on that fist. Extend the other arm, carefully pour it or transfer it into that hand. Tall in the chair, take the arm to the side, but turn just the head. Track that ball. Returning to center, extending both arms, transferring it from one hand to the other. Nice. And then it's on the floor. A foot resting softly on the ball. Don't just roll it back and forth, but push down on the ball and roll it back and forth. Balance begins at the bottom of your feet, all the little nerves on the bottom of your feet. So if you're at home, you might want to take off your shoes, maybe even your socks. You'll feel it more when you use this ball for exercise class. Good. So let's try the other foot. Push down and roll back and forth. Yeah, good job. All right. So we're done with that, and we don't want it to become a trip hazard and get us in trouble. So if you would, just put it away. We're going to substitute this little one for the larger ball. And I don't really know where you are watching us on YouTube, but we're here in southern Arizona, and for southern Arizona, it's getting a little chilly. So it's jacket and sweater time, so we're going to work our shoulders. So to do that, you want to sit tall in the chair, feet apart for balance, and we're going to place that ball on the core. Yeah, right there. Holding it with just one hand. This one drops to the side. Of course, you've got good posture. Try not to lean forward. We're working shoulders. So you're going to roll it around. It stays in contact with the upper body. To the back as far as you can. Free hand reaches behind, finds it, brings it back to where it started. Try the other side. Sit tall, try not to lean. It's shoulders that we're working. Good. And then here. We're going to hold the ball, but just with the palm of the hand. The fingers are off. So here, yeah. Placing it on the chest. The arms now extend forward. Reach forward. The arms don't drop. They just reach out from the shoulder. You're going to reach from the hip, reaching beyond, over your thighs and knees, over the floor. Keep going. Hold on to it. Hold it. Good. Come up slowly, extending the arms overhead. Yeah. Keeping the feet on the floor if you can. Lean back. Good job. And then here. Returns to that position, turning the upper body. So this time it's not just the head, it's the upper body. Twisting the torso. as far as you can go, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. Return. Go to the other side. And hold. 2, 3, 4, 5. And return. We're going to place it on the chest. Again, the elbows drop. Touching the chest. Fingers off, thumb off, just holding it with the palm of the hand. Squeeze the ball as hard as you can. And relax. Again, squeeze harder. Great job. And relax. The space, we're going to fill that up with this ball, placing it not by the knee, but on the inside, the inner thigh, the hands on top. If you don't have that option, that probably tells me you're too far back into the chair. So come toward the front, more of that leg off of the seat, the ball between the inner thighs, the hands on top. Now close the feet together. Tall in the chair, try to pop it. Just squeeze it as hard as you can. Fatiguing those muscles, feeling it in the hip, and relax. Good. Let's do that one more time. Squeeze hard. Fantastic. And relax. Great job. We are done with that. We're done with the weights and the tennis ball, and we're going to get out of the chair. So let's put all of this away so it doesn't roll around and trip us. Hopefully it'll stay right there, but no, it rolled. Okay, we're going to do one more thing before we get out. We're going to do a few sit to stands. So this is a very important exercise, keeping you independent, keeping those legs strong. Your feet are apart, our arms are dropped, nose over toes. Transferring that weight to the ball of the foot, come up, standing tall, good. Bend the knees, the weight placed in the heel, and back into the chair, back to this upright position, transferring weight, nose over toes, to the ball of the foot, and come up. Bend, back into the chair, back to an upright position, again, nose over toes, and if you're at home, and you need a little bit of help, place a chair in front of you, or stand behind the counter, or have someone help you just a little bit to come up. And this is the last one. We're going to remain standing. So shift the weight and come up. Great job. Shake it out a little bit. I ask that you stand behind the chair for these. I don't think we need these anymore. So standing to the back of the chair, we've been sitting for a while, so you want to be about arm's distance away. Not too close, not so far that you have to reach for it. Your feet again in that nice wide position for balance. If you don't need the chair, drop your arms to the side. Looking forward, lift the heels, up, drop it down, up, drop it down. Good, 3, working ankles, 4, 5, they're major players in fall prevention. 7, keep it strong. 8, 9, stay up there. Looking forward, go up on your toes. See if you can balance for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to a flat position. Fingers on the chair if you need it, because I do. Placing the weight in the heel. Toes up, toes down, up and down. 3, 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and shake it out. We're going to do some lateral leg lifts. That means side leg lifts. So we'll still be behind the chair, but the weight is only on one leg. That soft knee, don't lock it. Looking forward, this leg straight out to the side, about that high. So you don't want to go too high and lean into it. So it's up, down, 2, good. 3, 5, count with me, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's shift the weight to the other side, looking forward, up, excuse me, 2, 3, 4, 6, good, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It comes back to that position. Shake it out a little bit. Yep. We're going to take it wider. We're going to have our feet wide and our toes no longer facing forward but out to the side. So stand tall, maybe the hands just resting on the chair, chin off your chest. As you bend the knees just a little bit, just a little bit. Try to stay upright and hold. And come up. Let's do that again. Bend and hold. And up. And again, bend and hold. Great job. And shake it out. We're going to practice some balance today because it's a little different class. We're not actually in the classroom. You're in one of my rooms. So we're going to keep our feet wide, using the chair if you need it. And I'm going to turn this down so it's not quite a distraction. Still hear it in the background, but here. So if you need to use the chair, do so. If you don't, let's drop the arms to the side. Our feet are wide for balance. Our legs are straight, but we have soft knees. Looking forward, try to relax. The core, though, tight. Close your eyes. Open your eyes, and if you're able to, bring your feet together without using the chair. Please bring your feet together. Standing tall, arms again dropped or placed on the back of the chair. Focus first, and then close your eyes. Open your eyes without touching the chair. If you can, separate your feet again. Arms out, palms up. Looking over one shoulder, turning just the head. Center over the other shoulder. And center. Crossing the arms, bringing your feet in a closed position. Feet together. Straight legs, soft knees. Again, look over one shoulder, turning just the head, nice and slow. And center. And to the other side. And there. And separate them, shake them out a little bit. We're going to get right back into that chair for some cool down. So I'm going to move my chair back a little bit. And we need one weight only. There. Nice and tall. So hold on to it. Plenty of room behind you. Good posture. You've got it all. So extend the arms overhead, relaxing the shoulders. We're going to reach forward. It's a flat back. The arms extend, excuse me, they drop straight out, and again, all the way up, 9 more times. So it's out, and up, good. 3, down, out, and up. 4, down, out, up. 5, flat back, and up. 6, drop it between the feet, extend out, and up. 7, down, out, up. 8, down, out, up. 2 more. 9, drop, and up. 10, down, out, and up. Great job. We have cool down, so make sure that you have plenty of room. And we're sitting toward the front of the chair. Feet apart. Take a deep breath. And let it out. Again. Exhale. Again.
And the outlaws I see in my dreams.
Let it out. Bow the head. And lift it up and look.
Superstitions and all.
And center. And to the side.
The walls you give.
The other side.
Your sunset.
Drop the chin to the chest. And circle the head very slowly. Hitting the 4 positions. Reverse that. Drop the chin to the chest. Sit tall, raise the head and look up. Look down. Forward facing. Shoulders to the front, both of them. Up as high as you can. And back. And down. And circle. Big circles. The other direction. And there. The arms out, but the palms are up. Placing those hands on your shoulders. Bring the elbows to the center and open and stretch. Touch them. Pull them back. Bring it in a little and unfold them. Turning shoulder and arm and hands like you're turning a doorknob. One more time. Give yourself a big squeeze. Tuck the chin. And open the arms out. Put the other one on top. Again, here. We end the class saying A-E-I-O-U, and we're loud. Make some facial expressions to join us. A-E-I-O-U. Thank you for being here. Go out and make it a great day. Be safe, be happy, and above all, be kind. Thank you.